FlowChat Connector, Sean back at you here, and join me as I prospect live today on Twitter. If you wanted to use Twitter or get into knowing how to use Twitter to grow your business, your agency, your consultant's business, your coaching business, or any other business that you may have when you're using social to grow, FlowChat's going to definitely be one of those tools that you're like, oh my God, I need to get that one. So stay tuned because we're about to dive into it right now. What's up, FlowChat Connector? Sean here. Like I said, we were going to dive into Twitter very, very deeply. And by the way, if you see this video and you're like, oh my God, this is going to totally help my business, I've just dropped a little ticker along the bottom of the screen here that gives you a link to book a call with our team. Now, it's not a hard ask or anything like that. It's just if you see value in today's session and you're like, whoa, I could really maybe explore using that for my business. If that's you, then definitely just book a call with our team. We're super low pressure, no pressure. But today, what we're going to do, as I mentioned, is you're joining me as I prospect live on Twitter. Please ask any questions that you want to ask, but here we go. All right, guys, check this out. Let me just triple check everything's good. Yep, okay. Here we are sitting in FlowChat. Now, FlowChat is a one-of-a-kind tool, never used, never probably seen before if this is your first time watching this, but what this is a CRM for DMs, and it works on all these different platforms. So if I zoom in here, you can see it works on Facebook, on Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, Telegram, Discord, Slack. We're adding others as we go. But today we're focused on Twitter, right? And so just with Twitter, and I can show you Facebook because we're on Facebook here. Just know that it works there. But we can go to any Twitter messages that you may have ever sent before, and in a button, we can move all those conversations into an Kanban style board like you see here, just very, very quickly. Secondly, any posts that may have been made on Twitter, we can actually go to that post, and those people who have engaged with a reaction, thumbs up or a heart or something like that, can actually collect all those people that reacted to any post on Twitter, move them into a tool, and start having this and conversations with. Now, what does FlowChat? It does three things. Number one, it allows us to grab thousands of perfectly targeted prospects in an instant, right? Number two, we set up a predefined message like the Kanban board that's behind this dropdown, which I'll show you in a second. And number three, all we do is send messages. It's very simple, super effective. We've done this to the millions and millions of dollars. We know it works. We've been using it for years and years and years. Actually, it's one of the only social tools I've come across that's 100% compliant on all the different platforms. We had somebody from the Facebook compliance board walk through every click in this whole system, and they're like, whoa, this is the only one that they've seen as well. It doesn't violate any of the compliance or terms of service. So going back here to Twitter, you go to anybody's followers list, right? So if you have a bunch of followers that are following you, I could go to your followers list and I could collect those. Likewise, I could go to my own followers and collect those people. How about those people that are following other people that may be influencers? Well, we can go to those followings and we can collect all those followings and bring them in the system. And lastly, list members is like groups. So like on Facebook, it works with Facebook groups. On Twitter, it works with lists. So we can go into any list, which is like a group on Twitter, and we can collect all of the members from that list and put them into this system and then have one-to-one conversations. Now, this is a non-automation, non-bot related tool, so there is some work that's involved. And typically when you get started, it's the entrepreneur or somebody on the executive team running the play. And then as you start to turn over deals and create cash flow, that's when you start to hire a virtual assistant to help you do this. Now, we provide all that stuff. And so if that's interesting to you, just book a call right now. I'll show you exactly how to get it up and running. In fact, we build a lot of this. Now, what's cool about this flow, as we see left to right, the objective is to just simply drag these cards all the way from left to right until all the way down. You can see I just started this. So we're going to book calls here, and then eventually we're going to get to purchase something from us. Each one of the stages has a very unique message stored in it. And so say, for example, we look here at these two cards. Well, what do we do when somebody's sitting here in stage 10? Well, very simply, we can just hover over this button and you can see it says stage SOP. What does that mean? Standard operating procedure for this stage. Left click on the Twitter icon. That's the first thing. So we would left click here on the Twitter icon. When I do that, two things happen. Okay, so if I left click, here's what happens. Number one, it opens right into this Twitter profile. Number two, it copies the message from that stage to to my clipboard. So now I can just go right into this guy's messages, and he said, this is a little bit of an off script, but if this wasn't an off script, I could just come here, I could right click and I could paste, and it says, just bumping my message, are you still interested in chatting? Of course, that's the wrong message to send, so I'm not going to send that one. In this case, back here, and then I would use if no to invite or when yes to invite, and then I could actually right click. So so that's the cool part about this tool, is you have all the answers. So you could right click here, and then you have other templates. So I'm going to show you how this works. You've got 1, 2, 3 different assigned templates here that I can use. And if they say no to a call, when they say yes to a call, or if they don't say anything, this is the default message that would be sent. So we have a whole bunch of different messages that we can send by each stage. And this is how we typically start. We're going to take people and move them into the flow, which I already have 330 people here that you can see. So I'm just starting this to test and tune it up. So what I did, I went to the Twitter imports, and I imported a bunch of people from a following list. And if you click here on any one of these cards, you can see where this person came from. So this came from conversions and copies. Somebody named Andrew. Here's his following list. And this reviews and writes landing pages. So I know that he's probably a pretty good fit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pre-qualify him. So the first thing I do every day, I make sure that I have at least 25 pre-qualified people sitting in this this column, and then I start working the system. So what do? Well, left click on the Twitter icon, verify a yes answer to the questions below. Does this person have any of the following in the title? Agent owner, business owner, CEO, sales professional. This is going to be different for every business. This is a one to disrupt. Qualifies on everything. So I'll do it really fast. The idea is less than 20 seconds. Number one, he has way more than the necessary number of tweets. Number two, he's got way more than the amount of followers. Number three, he lives in an English-speaking country. This is in the Netherlands, right? Number four, has he tweeted in the past 10 days? Well, he actually pinned one of his tweets on August 22nd. This guy is 100% a fit for me. In less than 10 seconds, I was able to identify this. So in this case, I just come back here. I'm just going to move him right over to pre-qualified. That's it. Now I've got one. I got to get to 25. So let's look at Diego. Again, quickly, 432, barely over the minimum there. Yes, he's got the right followers. I don't know where he lives. Looks like he lives in Spain. And let's see if he writes in English. So yes, 20 hours ago, he retweeted something. So that means he's active on the platform. And it says he is writing in English. So I'm going to consider that a win. So this guy is also qualified. So then we'll go back here and we'll just drag this guy here. So now I got 10. And so this is all we do. We just go through this really quick and we qualify these unless, okay, so copywriter definitely sells to businesses for copywriting. He's American and Spain. He's got more than the followers. He's got more than the tweets. And July 13th, well, we got to go find a tweet. We can actually click where his tweets are. Click here. We can see retweet. So 16 hours ago, he dropped the shower thought right here. Should a morning podcast interview Rose on the weekend. Boom. So he's definitely a fit as well. So here we go, 11. I'll do the next one. Now you're going to find a lot of people that don't qualify. In this case, I've done a pretty good job of finding the source of where there is good quality people. Here we go, writing sales copy that reads, rodeo, gold for free. It's written in English, so he is writing in English. That's good. He's got the amount of followers and the right amount of tweets, as we can see here. Then we'll close down here. We'll see. Let's see. Okay, where's this next tweet here? All these retweets. You can see this little retweet thing here. Okay, so the 15 hours ago, he made this post. So this tells me if today's the 30th, then he's definitely made a post within the last 10 days. So this guy also qualified. So we're just going to keep running through here. Sultan of Copy. Clearly, you can see that I found a group of copywriters, direct response, sell more consistently, sales page conversion. Yeah, this guy's perfect. The Sultan of Copy, the followers, he got the tweets amount. He does business to business. January 22nd was his pin. He did tweet 9 hours ago. So he's also a fit for the game today. So boom, we'll move him over here and we'll go to Diego, the wolf of funnel. What did you say? Funnels? That's fantastic. He did top digital marketers. He's got the digital marketer title. That's perfect. He's got the followers list. He's got the tweet amount, and his most recent tweet here is 1 hour ago. So he's also in the club, right? It always comes down to where to find these people. And if you find a good pocket of these people, it's very simple to go extremely quickly. So yes, you got the right amount of tweets. Yes, you got the right amount of followers. DM to work with me, follow my new account, expect your revenue conversion-based landing pages. He definitely sells business to business. And you can see here, as we go down, August 29th, it was yesterday, so he did make a post. He, again, is also qualified. Boom, just like that. And so now we have 15. So you kind of see how I'm doing this. Now, what I would do is I was continue for time collapse purposes. I'm only going to do 15 here. And so now the next move is we want to engage with these people. So I'm actually going to just start with this one. What do I do when the column is here? Well, I'm going to zoom in and look. So I right click. Okay, so now I'm not left clicking. I'm right clicking on the Twitter icon, as you can see here. So I'd right click here. Actually, before I do that, let me come back and ask, are there any questions? If you guys have any questions or comments, let me just see if there's any questions or comments here. Let's see. Dan Wardrobe, this would be perfect tool. Matt, yes, please book a call. Just call.flowchat.com/one-on-one. Book yourself a call right now. Just check it out, right? Our team will help you to kind of walk through that. And woot woot from my love. Yes, thank you, Melissa. I love you too. Awesome. Okay, so let's get back into it. If you guys have any questions, drop them. I'll keep coming back and forth to this. But here we are sitting in the pre-qualified stage. We see the stage SOP. We're right-clicking on the Twitter icon, left-clicking one of the 5 versions of the 3-2-1 done message. We're clicking the follow button. We're liking 3 of their posts. We're commenting on 2 different posts. And then we're scrolling to the most recent tweet made by the prospect and paste and sending a message. Okay, so here is how this stage works. All I do is I right click. Boom. When I right click, it brings up all the options that are stored in that stage of which I can choose, right? So we'll just wait for this thing to pop up here. There we go. So you can see if I zoom in, I've got version 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I can click any of these. So in this case, I'm going to start with, I'm going to go backwards. I never send the same one twice in a row. So I just left click that. That's now copied to my clipboard. And then now I'm back here in the messages bin. And I can see that I've already got this message icon here, which is my objective. So this guy's already fit, but I'm going to just follow the process. Click follow. So that's my first step. Then down here, I'm going to like his first pinned tweet. I'm going to like number 2, right? And then I'll come down here and maybe I'll just skip that one. I'd like to skip a few more and go down to the bottom here. Boom, boom. And then I've done my likes. And now what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to comment some random comments on his tweets only. You can see these are all retweet, retweet, retweet. What we want to do is we're going to find the ones. I will not delete this account. Okay, copyrighted. Okay, there we go. So this one. All right. So I'm going to like this post. And here's my first one. I'm just going to be like truth, right? You can just do something very simple like that. Because my objective here is to get engagement. The first part of any direct conversation that you're having on social is to get engagement. How do you get engagement? Like, talk about their stuff. And then this one's another one. I love this, right? And so what's happening here is I'm very quickly just taking a few seconds, less than about 1 or 2 minutes doing this stage, and I'm commenting so his notifications blow up with my face, my picture. You can be like, who is this guy? Right. And the last thing we do is we come back up here and I usually find one of these important, like his pinned one here. After much consideration, I decided to create a new account, share my work. My current account is heavy shadow ban. I know this even because my threads are retweeted. So follow his new account, right? So I could go over there and I could follow his new account. So we'll just actually right click and open that in a new tab. So he's saying his other account got banned, and this is where he has to play. So in this case, maybe we would just do the same thing. Let's do that. So if he said use this account, let's follow his directions. So in this case, I'm going to take this link. Check this out. This is a spin kick. I'm going to copy this. Now I'm going to go back over to FlowChat just for a second. I'm going to go into his card, and I'm going to change the link. So I go to links here. And now here's his original Twitter link. I'm going to delete that one. Actually, here's what I'm going to do. Here's his new one. I'm gonna copy that one. Here's his old one, paste, and I'm gonna copy his new one, copy, and I'm gonna put his new one here, okay? And so I've got his old one here, so I'll just delete this one here. So old shadow band. Okay, hit save, and now check this out, right? So if I close all these other tabs, and then I go back here and I right click. So like I'm doing the action again, and I'm going to start again with this one, 5.0. I click that one. That's copied to my clipboard. And now here I'm in his new one. I'm not in his old account. And again, I'll do the same thing. So I just follow him real quick, come down here. Let's rip down to some of his posts. Here we go. Actually, we can do it this way. Hiya, go faster. Where is the tweets and replies button? There it is. Okay, pin tweet there, advertisement there. Drop one of your landing pages. I'm making a good amount to rewrite, possibly create a few of them. How valuable, right? That's really valuable. How valuable? So there's one engagement there. So now I've really blown this guy up because I've hit him in 2 different profiles. Again, like this one, great numbers. And then now I've done 2 posts, I've done 3 likes, and then I'm just going to come back up to his main pinned post here. This is the secret. Bam. Paste. I like the direction you're going with your account. Glad to reach out to him on the sticker. Let's chat. I just send a follow and I hit reply, and I'm done. Right now, I can already see that this is tuned in there, that I can send messages. But I'll just go back here, and I'm going to do the same thing. Now I've done my engagement move here, so I've done my engagement with him. Then I go back to this one. Now, what I want to do is I always want to do in batches. Batch processing is always the best way to do this, because then you'll always consistently have predictable flow, right? The reason that most businesses don't make it is that they don't have a consistent flow of new opportunities getting booked on their calendar or going to their funnels or anything else like that. That's why we do challenges and summits and run ads and do all this stuff. Most people miss out on the direct messages. This is a system that can actually track very, very closely. We have insane reporting. We can tell how many calls were booked from any single flow. You can see we have lots of different pipeline flows here. Each one of these is being run by a virtual assistant for us, and everyone looks very similar to this. So you can see there's thousands and thousands of conversations happening within our ethos of FlowChat. We use the tool to sell FlowChat. So we use the tech to sell the tech. Like, that's beautiful. Okay, so here we go. Again, right click. Now I would choose, I'll go a little bit faster so you can see this, and I'm going to choose this one. Boom. And again, it's all in that SOP. So if you ever get lost, you just go back to the SOP. Now I can see the message button here, which is great, but I know this guy's fit. So I just go to his tweets and his replies, and I'll come back here. Best funnel thread. Okay, so I'll just heart that one. That's cool. Oops. Not there. I just heart that one. There's 1, 2, 3. And here's some work. Wow, that follows. Wow. So that's available free templates. Oh my gosh. Thanks for the free goodies. Right? And it's a little bit different. It's just a simple little message that I can drop, and he's going to see that. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Great thread. Appreciate it. If you found this valuable, want to help me with your funnels, apply to work with me here. Awesome offer. I have 2, and then I'm just going to come down here. Does it shock you to be told there's no way you can dream outcome? So now I'm here. I'm actually just right click and paste. And you can see this is different. Thanks for sharing your insights. The world needs more Diegos. Let's connect messages. Yes, I hit reply. Boom. And then I just click follow, just like that. And I come back here, and I'm going to move Diego into the next stage, just like this. Boom. And then I right click and I go to the next one. And you can see what this is. It's almost like an assembly line of new business coming your direction, because the idea in direct messages is to create engagement. There's 5 hinge points in any one conversation that you're doing. So the 5 hinge points are very simple. Number 1 is you got to get engagement. That's what this strategy is right here. I'm liking a few of their posts so they can see that. I'll scroll way down here. I'll hit a few more of his posts here like this. And then I'll go, let's see, find one that here you go. Bad writing has difficult words. Oh man, so good right here. So good. Thanks for the tips. So first stage in the first hinge point in the conversation is you have to get engagement. Once you have engagement, everything gets a lot easier to communicate. The second step, enjoy your perspective, right? The second step is once we've gotten engagement, we need to transition the conversation. So transition is the second step. And so once we've started this transition the conversation and we open the window, the third hinge point is dropping an invite to a call or to a website or to a funnel or to a challenge or something like that, to see a video, get on their podcast, whatever the thing is. You invite them, and then when they say yes, that's when we do the fourth hinge point, which is the call to action. And then the last one, of course, is confirming the thing. So in DMs, the secret here is not so much to sell from the first attempt of reach out. It's not to sell from the second attempt of reach out. Is to bond and connect by following people and doing the right activity that the platform likes. The platform likes engagement, so give the platform engagement. It loves when it sees some profiles that are actually engaging with other people's content. That's kind of one of the secrets. So we can do that. A wise guy once told me that yucca free to air fryer, no seeds, oil, steaks will improve my consistency. Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. Right? So there's one. You can see now I've just started to engage. And I'll come over here. Man, this could be a paid product, but it's yours for free. And I'm just going to drop my message here. Boom. Your business drive seems to be on point. Thanks for sharing the valuable info. Let's chat. Boom. And I send that message and I come back here and I just move this guy over here. Now you can always change these messages. Like again, very simply, if I right click, I could go into my templates if I didn't like the template, like, and I could actually look, I could hover over and see what each one says. You can see they're all different. If I wanted to change one, I could just click that pencil icon. And I can adjust my message very quickly here. I can have variables like first name, last name. What a lovely post. So I'll put what a lovely post. I'll add a variable, lead variable, first name. I just dropped it in there. Very simple. So now you can see it says what a lovely post, first name. Now I'm going to have their first name appear there. That'll be cool. Watch this. So I hit save. And it saves and renders. And then now watch, I'm just going to left click this. And now I'm here into this guy's messenger inbox. I'm going to do the same strategy. So I'm going to hit follow. That's step one. Click on his tweets and replies. Go down on a like 3, click on 2, and drop that post on 1. All right, let's see here. Man, we look for cat 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 likes I've done now. Just go find one. I recommend. Thanks for the right. Thanks for the rec. There's one post. Now I can come down here. Okay, I know what that means. Okay. Details. Here we go. So you're making 10K a month. Don't forget. So, boom. I'll just drop you a lovely post, Kev. His name is already now populated, and then just hit reply. Boom, just like that. This guy's done. Come back here, and I go to the next one. Boom, just like that. You can see 24. We'll get one more. Right click here, and then I'll just cycle back into number 5. You saw me go through all 5 of these. Now go back here. And then I'll come back and ask for some questions. If you have questions, drop them in the chat right now. I'm going to keep going for another 20 minutes here just so you guys can see how this powerful this tool is. Hit follow, and then we're going to go tweets and replies. Most people don't do the work, right? It takes about, let's see, an hour to 2 hours, an hour and 2 hours a day. Like Chris and I, when we first started this flow and this play, when we were doing this stuff, I could tell you 2 hours a day was able to fill up every thing that we had. In fact, FlowChat outpaces capacity of most businesses, right? So, okay, it's a retweet here. We're going to try and find one that he's posted. Down here, come through Smog City. Okay. Okay, there we go. Just go here. We can probably do less. We'll just go like the direction you're going to count. You seem like a good overtaker, and I hit send. And then now we have our 25. Here's the cool part. So now what are we doing, right? So now you can see that there's this date sitting on this card. Well, that's the follow-up date. You can see how this one says overdue. Well, in this case in point, what I'm going to do is you can change the date just by clicking there and choosing a different date. So if I click here, look, it says, I choose the 30th, it says today. Boom, just like that. So now I've got two of these ones that I've just changed to today. So you can change the dates for whatever you want here. Let's see what it says in this column in terms of what I'm supposed to do. Left click Twitter icon, verify prospects following back, then move card to stage 4. Not following back, like one or two more of their tweets, drop them a comment, and follow up 2 days in the future. So then I would just change the date, like I mentioned, to 2 days in the future. Boom, I change it to Thursday. Very simple to do that. And we would go from there. So in this case, let's go ahead. Oops, didn't mean to click there. So all we do is we just simply left click and make sure the only thing that I look for here is this box. Boom, right there. If I got it, that's it. I come back here and I just move this guy over. Now you can see this also says today. So this is where we start to go really fast. So I can click here. Let's see if this one has it. Okay, so this has also got it. So that's a win. Boom. We've got engagement there. And we'll come back here. We'll just check a few more of these so you can see the flow. Oh, good. So we got that one as well. Come back here. Boom. And we'll click one more, the Sultan of Coffee. Oh, sweet. We can send messages. So that's the part of the engagement strategy. And now I'm going to show you how the transitional part of this flow actually works. So I've got that. So that's all I'm checking for. It's really, really fast. And you can batch process this really, really quickly. When you get this thing fully running, I'll tell you one thing. It never fails to put appointments on the calendar if that's what you're going for. It never fails to get eyeballs to a website, grow YouTube channels. We've had businesses that have come in that, dog walking. In fact, see, this person has not followed me yet. So in this case, I'm going to come back here. I'm just going to, what I could do is I could go back and like a couple more, but I'm going to go a little bit faster here. I'm just going to mark this for 2 days in the future. You can see, and then I would move on to the next one. Boom. And yeah, this dog walker, and she said, Sean, I need to walk some dogs. And I was like, okay, cool. Well, how are you getting opportunities? She's like, I don't know. But we set her up with FlowChat, and she booked 5 appointments in her first 2 hours using the tool. And by the end of the week, she's taken 2 of those calls and closed 2 of those dog clients. And fast forward, she now has 25 dog walking trainers. And she built an entire empire from using FlowChat to just book calls, and she built a whole business and a whole team and system around using just this tool. So this becomes like the front end engine. So if you're using a CRM, fantastic. Why? Because FlowChat is friendly with everything that Zapier connects to. So over 3,000 CRMs that are out there. Typically, we use Go High Level. That's the one we use on the back end for us. And so if that's the case, then you can see I can actually do this while I'm chatting with you, which is crazy, right? So I'll just change that date. And so whatever CRM you're using, it doesn't matter. So like when a call gets booked, what we can do is we can set up an automation that will then create a new card in your CRM, and you're all set. Like that's the easy way to do it. Here we're just going through a couple more of these. Try to rip through them here. You can see. So, okay, not that one either. But these are all great opportunities for our business. And in this case, that's why we're doing what we're doing here. So, boom. Nope, not that one either. Here we go. Move that one to 2 days in the future. And we'll finish here and we'll move on to the next stage. Okay, so this one also does not have the little button there. So I'll go boom, just like that. Okay, so let's say we got through all those 15 or 16 in this stage. Now we're going to move on. You can see we're on stage 4 now. We're moving along very quickly. What are we doing here? We're confirmed the following is accepted, and then we're going to send a breaker. So here you go, left click Twitter, I click direct message, profile, paste, and send the breaker template in the message to stage 5. Very simple to follow those directions. And let me stop and come back here for a second before I go on. Any more questions? Do you guys have any questions? Let me see. Okay, hold on. We'll remove that for a sec. Okay, so Jeff says, hi, love it, and no hate whatsoever since I have my call soon, but y'all did this to me. Ha, ha, ha. Yeah, Jeff, you're here, man. Like, the system works. Like, you got flow chatted, right? Simon says, love, 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 love this. Thank you, Simon. Thank you for being here. Again, if you have any questions, let me know. Matt says, wardrobe, this would be perfect. Okay, there we go. Okay, cool. So Simon and Jeff, thank you. And then there's Carol Lee. Carol Lee, what's up? It's nice to see you. Thank you for tuning in right now. Let's keep going. So here we go. We'll go back and share this, and we'll dive back in. So now we're ready to send our icebreaker. So how we do it? Now we know we have 10 each here worth about $20,000 for us. It's a lifetime value. Each one of these cards, and check this out. I can click on any one of the cards like this one. And I can see here in my, come over to the deal details. I know that my deal here, the lifetime value, 97, right? So it's very simple. I can put that in when I import people. I know where, look at this. People who follow Dean Graziosi, Dean Graziosi, he's amazing. Person is a funnel builder, course creator, coaching program, podcasting. This is perfect. Like, this is perfect for what we do. Maybe you sell to course creators and coaches and podcasters and social media companies. This guy would also be a good fit. So what I'm going to do, all I have to do here is left click on the direct message button and send the message. It's that simple. So watch this. So here we go. This is where we start the hardcore engagement. So 1 click, 2 clicks, paste, send. Whoop, boom, paste, and send. Check it out. Sweet Francis, appreciate the follow. I'm loving anyone that focus on growing business. Now, what I'm going to do is actually I got to change the copy because you appreciate the follow. I don't know if this person actually followed me or not. And you can see all these unreads, which is great. I'll get to that in a minute. But that means engagement. So now I've actually sent this icebreaker. So in the meantime, I'm going to edit this message down. Not everybody accepted my follow request. So I can go to assign templates, and you can see here will pop up. Just a second here. Sometimes when I'm screen sharing, there we go. So here's my icebreaker message. I can actually just click this pencil icon, and it says, sweet first name, appreciate the follow. What I'm going to do is just delete this, okay? I'm just going to leave it like that. I'm a lover of anyone that focuses on growing business using social. What has made the biggest difference for you in terms of growth and the organic method of growing your business? Okay, so actually I'm just going to take off that whole second part. I just think it's a little bit too long. I want it a little shorter and simple. Twitter, what I'm finding is the less you write, the more effective it is. So I think you should save. Check this out. Now that whole template is completely tuned up, and all I can do now is just how fast this goes. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to click here. Boom. 1 click. And my message will be different. 2 clicks. See how quickly I change the message. Hey, sweet James, I'm a learner that focuses on growing business using social. See, this is the message I just changed. And if I go back here, you can see this was the original message I sent. That's how fast it can work. And then I'll just close this one, and I drag James over to the next stage. And this is the reason why this does not fatigue or paid ads. Running paid ads, I love paid ads. Do not get me wrong. Paid ads are amazing. And thanks for the recent follow. Appreciated. There we go. Paste, bam. Sweet. I'm a lover anyone that focus. Okay, cool. And since he sent this, should we chat at Sylvester app or here? Right? And so now I've asked a question directly in response to him here. If he wants me to go over to this other place, I will, and then I'll follow him and I'll chat with him there. So that one was easy, a little bit off script. Now, if you have a VA that's running this for you, and let's say that happened, and your VA is like, uh-oh, I don't know what to do. All they have to do is come to this flag, and they mark it as urgent. See, now I have this urgent flag here. Then they would go and they would notify the manager, and they would say, hey, look, I've got a problem here in stage 4. This guy is sent me an off-script message that doesn't fall in the tracks of this here. What do I do? Please help. And then they would go to the next card. So they these flags for the entrepreneur, for you, for somebody. And then when you get time, you just pop in here and you hit search filters. You change the priority down to urgent, and watch what happens when I click apply. Watch this. All of them disappear except for the ones that have the urgency flags. That means as an entrepreneur, I don't have to waste time going through the columns looking for these. I just put the filter on and I'm set. Now I can come in here and I can click this Twitter icon. I can go into this guy's profile. I can deal with the off script message. In this case, I'll go over here. And then I would probably, as the admin, probably sending this message. The VA probably sent that message for me already, depending on the situation. And then I just come back here. When it's all set, then I just turn the flag off. No priority. Watch what happens. Bovnesh is gone. And then I just come back here and I untake off the filter that I just had on. Boom. And I hit apply. And all the other cards then appear back. And I'm ready to keep going. And that's it. And then you can just click and the search filters away. And we're ready to keep going. So now we have Bhavnesh that's been moved into this stage here. We're going to continue going here with Diego. If you have any questions, please ask, but it's very, very simple to run and execute this play. You can see paste, boom, and then that'll be great there. Come back, Diego's done. Let's go a little faster here. Message, paste, boom, just like that. And the beauty of this is because it's a person, we don't use any APIs with any of the social platforms, so we're invisible to everybody, right? That's the beauty of this. If you're using any other automated softwares that do any type of messaging, the problem with that, and like there is actually a very big use case, there was a company called Direct Heroes, and they had a system that was doing some automatic following. It was on Instagram specifically, and they were doing some following, like automatic following. So they just click a button and it would follow all these people, and it would also automatically send a whole bunch of these first messages. And what happened was they got very popular, and they started spending a lot of money on paid ads. And when that happened, Facebook looked at them and said, "Uh-oh, like, what are you doing?" They went and investigated their tech, and they found that automation and automatically send, so like the automatic following and then the automatic message sending on, by clicking a button and sending a mass message to millions of people instead of going one-to-one like this, because I can edit or change any of these messages on command. What they found was it was in violation of the terms of service of the platform. So Direct Heroes actually got completely deplatformed. They got sued. They got put out of business, right? But the thing that was even more worse than that was absolutely terrible, was this idea that all of their thousands and thousands of users that they had using this tech got deplatformed. They got banned from the platform. So like Facebook retroactively looked back and saw all the API connections and said, nope, sorry, if you've been using this tech, you're completely disqualified. Okay, so I've already sent this one here. Oh, there's Bhavnesh. All right, so we'll go over here and move this guy. Okay, and then Chad. And so they deplatformed all of these people. And next thing you know, okay, so this guy actually doesn't have the message icon here. So I'm not quite sure how he made it there. So in this case, I'm going to move him back right over here. And that's the cool part. You can always just change it around as you see. So now look, I've completely cleaned out this column and I'm ready to move on. So I'm going to go down here. I'm going to find the ones. Oh, here's some ones that are overdue, right? And now again, if you just want the overdue cards, you can use the same filter sets. Let me finish my story. So all of these people, by the way, if you have any questions, come back and chat with me right now. Let me just chat, because all of the people that were using that Direct Hero software got deplatformed. They lost their accounts and they never got them back. And that is something we will never let happen to anybody that uses FlowChat, because we're smarter than that, right? This tool was designed and built by a salesperson's brain, not a marketing person's brain, right? This is about getting deals, getting revenue, not just starting on 10 millions of conversations. This is why FlowChat is so superior when it comes to message management, right? So now we have all these overdues. And again, you can turn on the search filters and I can go and I can look at my status. Oops, sorry, I could change status. So like here's a status of a card. So I can change the status on the fly. The source of where it came from, the segment is like a tag, the filter, the priority, and the colors, right? So we can look here. I don't think we can do it by date yet. No, we don't have a date filter, because if we did, that would be awesome. But we could just find all the overdue cards. But you can look, I mean, they're just here, they're red. So I'm going to start with Niti Saran here. And you can see now I've already sent the icebreaker. Let's see if Niti actually responded to us. Boom. Boom. Okay, so Niti has not responded. So then they did nothing. All I do is paste. Boom. Zapping it to the top of your feed. Let me go back and share this with you. So what I just did here is really truthful. So you just hover over this eyeball and it, or this question mark, it says left click the Twitter icon. That's what I did. I left clicked here. If no reply, Click on the direct message icon, paste and send the 48-hour follow-up, and move it to stage 6 is what I did. Now, when the reply is received, you just right-click here. Boom, you would right-click there. And then you left-click the message you want to send, and then you paste and send that one. That's very, very simple, right? Anybody could follow these instructions. So let's just do it. So left-click. Let's see if they replied or not. Yo, FlowChat looks sick. Can I sign up with a demo? Oh my gosh, it just happened. Look at that, guys. I sent one freaking message and this guy says, hey, can I sign up right now? Like, are you kidding me? Yes, absolutely. Of course. We like to have a call to make sure we set you up with the right package. However, I'm not one to stop someone from taking action, right? Because we want to just warn him, like, hey, we always like to make suitability a thing, right? That's why we always go for book calls. I love to do this. In this case, this guy wants to sign up right away. We're going to let him sign up. Next, let's see here. I'm not one to stop someone from, you will set up an onboarding call with your customer success director as soon as you click the subscribe button, and we can help get you going quickly. And then here's the next step. 1, go to HTTPS, and then I'll grab my normal. We have a really robust affiliates program, AF53. There we go, 53. Choose package and make investment. That's it, right? So make investment. Now, this is a little more advanced. If you're in the messaging game, let me know as soon as you sign up. Are you thinking about getting started today? Right. Well, a couple of things that I'm going to talk through in this message so I can help everybody with copy because I've been doing this for such a long time. Okay, so what have I done here? Well, the first thing I did is I said, of course. So he says, can I sign up without a demo? I say, of course. We like to have a call to make sure you're set up with the right package. However, I'm not one to stop someone from taking action. I love fast action takers. You will set up an onboarding call with your customer success director. As soon as you click the subscribe button, we can help you get going quickly. Here's the next step. Go here. And I always, if you're ever putting a link, check your freaking links, people. That is so valuable. Boom, check that link. Let's make sure it goes right to the pricing plans. And yes, here's the pricing. It's so simple. They can choose any one of these things. It's very easy. You just click subscribe. It will take you to a page where you agree to terms of service, and then you would proceed and make your investment. So it's not difficult to get started with FlowChat right away. This is a wonderful plan because it's going to give you the strategy plus the tech plus a pipeline plus all the support that you could ever want, and you could just get going really, really quickly. And that's a year's amount. Like, that's crazy, right? So I know my link works. I'm going to come back here, choose the package, make investments. Let me see that there. Boom. Let me know as soon as you sign up. Are you thinking about getting started today? Boom. Now, I think this is a good one to kind of end on because I'm going to go back here. Let me go back over here, and I'm going to mark this guy as urgent. And I'm actually going to move him. So now I need to move this guy to purchase link has been sent. So I haven't invited a new call. Where could I put him? Let's see here. Call book confirmation. So I'm actually going to put him, I'm going to put him here for, so 72-hour follow-up just for intensive purposes so I can make sure. So this guy's moved along far enough in the pipeline. The cool thing is I can click here and I can move him just by clicking this button. And then I choose the stage where I want him to be sent is right there. And I hit update. Now I moved him here intentionally because I always start from the right and work backwards. And so he's really close to a book call. So if he does not buy, then I can get him booked on a call. That's why I put him there. And then again, he'll be booked with the call with our team. And then eventually you can see if they reschedule, they no show, there's actions here, and then eventually purchase, right? So we're getting really close to our first purchase. My goal here was to show you how to do this from start to finish. Listen, this is where I'm going to kind of stop for today's session. So I'm going to come back and ask if there's any other questions. I'd be happy to answer them. I'm going to have a baby hernia, Uncle Gary. Oh man, shoot. All right. Well, Uncle Gary, I hope you're okay with the hernia. I'm not sure. What would the credibility look like if I were commenting on Twitter accounts yet? I just created a Twitter account, have no tweets or followers or whatever. I'm not a Twitter user at all yet. Jeff, fantastic question. I just started Twitter. I don't even know how to use Twitter. Check this out. If we go back over to Twitter here, I'll show you exactly what my account looks like, and you'll laugh because I don't have a Twitter account either. That's the beauty of what this tool does. If I click on my profile, I only have posted 297 tweets. I only have 32 followers. Look, that's not very many people. I just put a cool banner, my picture, and I do make a few tweets from time to time. I retweet some stuff, but that's all I do. Like, there's nothing here that's anything fancy about this profile. So, Jeff, it's okay, right? Like, I'm just getting started myself, right? Or, the other thing is if you're not a Twitter user, the cool part is FlowChat works in all of these other here. Look, I mean, we've got all these different pipelines. This one, Facebook, right? Let's see, we go down here. We've got LinkedIn. LI stands for LinkedIn. We've got book a call. So like this is a free book plus shipping flow. We have a Facebook flow. There you go. We got an Instagram flow. It doesn't matter, right? LinkedIn. You can see all the way down here at the bottom, we've got Twitter test. We got a YouTube flow down here as well. So it doesn't matter what platform that you play on, Jeff. Hopefully that was helpful in understanding of that. So yeah, there you go. Perfect. Awesome. And that's it, guys. So check this out. Like if this has been valuable, please book a call. Come check out FlowChat for yourself. I'm going to be back doing this because I'm running this flow to prove in front of everybody's face, doing it live, that how powerful this is. You saw that one guy. He wanted to buy from my first message. Like, what would that feel like in your business? Imagine if that happened every single day. There's so many more people in that flow that are ready to buy. I had another guy just buy yesterday from the exact same thing. So with that said, hope this was helpful. You just been tuned up. Make sure to tune in the next time. And I can't wait to see you then. Ciao for now.